Right, we are live. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you very much for joining me for an unboxing video of, I think, Speakeasy. I haven't even opened the box yet. This arrived a few hours ago. I assume it is Speakeasy because it says on the other side it's from Eagle Griffin Games. Let me know if you can hear me and you can see me okay. Hopefully you can. Hopefully everything is working okay. It's a little bit dark. Right, so we're going to dive in. It is a little bit dark. Right, okay, that's because the ISO setting is... How's that? That's better. Okay, right. So we're going to dive in and see what they've sent me. I mean, it would be funny if it's not Speakeasy. It would be funny if it's like Rainbow Sparkle Legacy, which I'm totally looking forward to, by the way. Right. And I think this is a production copy. I don't think this is a prototype. I don't even think it's pre-production. I think this is a final production copy of the game. And it's been through Border Force. So UK Border Force intercepted my parcel. Oh, right. And they've sent me the wooden money tokens. Excellent. Thank you very much for that. Is there a love letter from Vittel inside? Oh, I think he's forgotten again. Yeah, no love letter from Vittel. Ah. Okay, let's get the box out of the way. So, the box is, I think, a standard size of an Eagle Griffin game, but I think it's deeper. I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that they've had to make the box deeper in order to fit everything in. So, just before we dive in, for those people who are unaware, I have not played this game and I have not worked on the game. I used to work a lot on Vittel's rulebook, so I don't really have anything to do with them anymore. So I haven't seen the rulebook for this game. I haven't played this game. Yeah, this is... I know a bit about the game because various people have told me about it. But, yeah, I'm looking forward to it because, yeah, I've not played it yet. So it's just an unboxing today. I won't be able to tell you much about the game other than I think if you're a Vittel Lacerda fan, this is a Vittel Lacerda game. I'm expecting it to be super heavy, but one thing that people have told me about it is this is potentially Vittel's most thematic game yet. Now, Vittel always puts a lot of theme in all of his games, but when people are saying that this is his most thematic game, I think what people mean is that the mechanisms in this game are more intuitive because they match what actually happened at the time. I don't know. We'll find out. Okay, so let's dive into the box and see what we can find. I might zoom in a little bit, actually. Yeah, now the autofocus is turned on, so let me know if it keeps going in and out of focus. Okay. So let's move that off to one side. So we have rulebook, which looks to be a standard size. What's this? What is this? Oh, it's the how to put things back in the box. Yeah, this looks like standard size rulebook for Vittel games. Now, I believe it's a friend of mine, Phil Pettifer, who did a lot of the writing. Yeah, English rules writing and editing, Phil Pettifer. Phil Pettifer, designer of the next Mage Knight expansion, co-designer of the last few Mage Knight expansions. Same guy. So we have an expansion pack here. Okay, right. Okay, we'll move that to one side. So at some point, and this actually has arrived earlier than I thought. I thought this was going to arrive after Essen, and my schedule for the next 3 weeks is absolutely jam-packed full. So I'd love to say I'm going to dive in and start learning this game at some point in the next few weeks. But honestly, I don't think I'm going to be able to. It will be after Essen before I dive into this. So we have an upgrade pack here. Okay, well, we have some stuff. Solo rules. Nice little rule book for solo rules. Looks to be quite a lot there, but in fact, a lot of it is just flavor. So there's a lot of flavor. Bios behind the mobster. Vittel does a lot of research in a lot of his games, so I'm expecting it to be quite accurate in terms of that. And yeah, little player aid booklets. Not as much as some of these other games. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I'm going to zoom in a bit in a minute. Just I'm going to zoom in just to show you this. And if I move around, here we go. There you go. Check that out. That looks quite good, doesn't it? There is some dirt on the lens. No, it's just the autofocus. It doesn't like it. I'm going to set the focus manually. There you go. Focus is set manually. So yeah, player aid with all of the stuff on. Solar rules there, solar rules there. Right, okay. So this, I'm going to zoom in again because this is a player board. Might need to zoom out a little bit. So yeah, just bear with us a minute. Let's do that, and let's do that. There you go, live editing. So there you go. There's a black dot on the screen when zoomed out. Okay, hang on a minute. What is that? Where's the black dot? Somebody tell me where the black dot is. You can tell me where the black dot is. It could be the green screen, or it could be something else. Yeah, let me know where the black dot is. But only when zoomed out. Interesting. Anyway, let me know. Let me know where the black dot is. We will zoom in. So yeah, Ian O'Toole, graphic design and artwork at his best. That's really nice. There's a little open doorway there. You can see things outside. I'm guessing things are going to slot in here. So we're gonna keep that to one side. Yeah, it's the green screen by my head. Right, okay. Well, bear with us a minute. I can fix that. Oh yeah, tiny, tiny, tiny little black dot. My God, you guys can see everything. Right, so let's fix that very quickly. In fact, we can move that way. No, we don't want to do that. There you go. No, I don't think it is the green screen. It's yeah. There. It's a little black dot on the actual. Yeah, it's not the green screen. It was a little bit of dirt on the table because I've been outside doing some gardening today. Anyway, right. So player aid. We'll move that to one side. Right. So we have quite a few sheets of punchboard. Well, this might be this evening's job while watching Bake Off. So yeah, usual Eagle Griffin, good, thick, chunky card stock. 2mm, 2.5mm, don't know, but it's nice and thick and chunky, and they generally punch out. He says, yeah, okay, be a little bit careful there, but yeah, we got quite a few sheets of punchboard. 1, 2, 3. Oh, look at that money! Now, have they done the thing? I'm hoping they have. Yeah, nice. The 50s are slightly bigger than the 10s. The 100s are slightly bigger than 50s. Only slightly, but that's nice. That's nice. I'm a big fan of different size money for different denominations. And then there's a 300. 300 even bigger. Then there's a 5. Even smaller. And then there's a 1. Yep, that's pleasing. That's very pleasing. So yeah, there's all the different denominations of money. And there, they are all slightly different sizes. So there we go. We have money. We have more money. We have this. I don't know what this is. But it looks like some kind of sideboard. We'll have a look in the rulebook in a minute. See what that is. People in the chat are probably shouting at me to tell me what it is. Hey, Chris. Good to see you. It is... Yeah, it looks like it's a sideboard. Setup step 19. The City Docks board. Right, so that's the City Docks board. Again, I don't want to drool too much over Ian's artwork. I am friends with Ian, and I am a huge fan of his work. But that is just amazing. That, I mean, not just the artwork, but Ian's iconography is always very good. And not to take anything away from Vittel or the developers of the game, because they're involved in helping make this good as well. But that image there has kind of got me excited. That's everything about the game. A load of people unloading illegal barrels and then the police here. Yeah. So it's good when artwork can evoke a feeling. And I guess that's what an artist's job is. Right. the game board. Now, how big is this going to be? Are you all going to have to buy yourselves a new table? Because a lot of Vitals games do have quite a big footprint. But I have seen the board for this game, and I believe it is quite big. We have 2 sides, so I'm going to assume player count. Oh, look at that. That is nice. Yeah, that is the 3 and 4 player side. So there you go. Check that out. And what we'll do is we'll just zoom in just to show you some of the detail. If that is in focus. I don't know if that is in focus, actually. Let me just switch the focus. There you go. That's in focus. Apologies for that. It was out of focus for a lot of it. But yeah. Let's look back at there. There you go. We are in focus now. So, yeah, that looks very, very nice. Okay, so, main game board. Back to the box. Oh, we have player screens. Very, very minimalistic player screens. But it's a safe. And, yeah, okay. You put money in a safe, and you can take money out of the safe. Right, so, player screens for players' money. We have this. I don't know what that is. That might be for the solo game or might be something else. And then we've got some silica gel, do not eat. And then we have insert. Now, Eagle Gryphon Games inserts are generally pretty good. And the main thing for me is it comes with this, because this kind of insert without a cover is a waste of time for me, because all of the bits look nice and then you carry the game anywhere and they all fall out. But they give you a cover, which means it won't all fall out. So these look like they're the same. So I'm guessing these are player trays. And then we dive into all of these components. Right. So let's move the plastic off to one side. More and stuff. Right, okay. Yeah, typical Vittel game. Loads and loads of bits. Right, what we're going to look at first. In fact, let's get the other camera out and let's start having a look at some bits. So the first thing is I've noticed some buildings. Yes, there are a bit. Look at these. These are nice and big and chunky. And apologies for the colours on this camera. Something's gone weird with this camera recently. And the colours just don't seem right. But, yeah, thank you very much to Eagle Gryphon for screen printing it on both sides. That's always good. Let me just try and sort out that colour situation. There you go. That's a bit better, isn't it? Yeah, it's a bit better. Okay, so, yeah, got some big buildings there. Move them off to one side. Then, meeples. Look at all of these. So I assume that these are player colours. Yeah, so we have purple, we have light blue, we have yellow, and we have green. These look like mobsters. They're all carrying machine guns. So we've got those. And then we've got what look like workers or supervisors or something like that. So that's the player colours. We have some smaller buildings in here. We have some colour-coded pieces here. Shake your hands. Influence, something like that. We've got some red buildings. I don't know what. Rather than just say red buildings, I'm actually just going to look at what these are. These are the mobster speakeasies. Right, okay, so these red buildings here. God, that's really yellow, isn't it, that colour? I'm just going to try and fix that because it's really annoying me. I don't know why it's gone so yellow. Something about this camera has changed its colours recently, and I don't know why. So, but getting the colour right is going to be quite tricky, I think, for me to do today. Is that better? Yeah, I think that's maybe a bit better. Okay, we'll go with that one. There you go. Okay, so these are, yeah, speakeasies. Those, we've got lots of brown meeples, which are the goons. Look at these. So 24 goons. And somebody spotted some barrels earlier on. Look at these. Yeah. 24 barrels. Look to be more than 24 there, but apparently they are the barrels. We have some trucks. Oh, 2-colour wooden bits. Okay, nice. Okay, and presumably you load the barrels into the back of the truck. Look at that. Very nice. That's those. There's more. Don't worry. There's more. Police. Yeah. So we have cops. Second Vittle game with cops in. First one was Escape Plan, I think. It's a very different cops. So we have some cops, and we have we have player speakeasies. Okay, so the red ones are the mobster speakeasies, and these ones are the player speakeasies. You are going to be opening speakeasies over the course of the game. Some more there. We've got some more buildings. These are nightclubs. Okay, so we had casinos earlier, which were the big ones. These are the casinos. Then we have the nightclubs. And then we have the speakeasies. Okay, 3 different types of buildings. Oh, there's more. I've just found another layer. Wow. There's a lot more components in this than I think in some of his other games. So we have here, as he looks through the book. Oh, they're called books. They are literally called books. Okay, so books. We have some blocking tiles, which are used in the solo game and the 2 and the 3 player game. We have some more bits. Oh, we've got some luxury yachts, or some boats anyway. They are rum runners. Okay, so these are rum runners. And then we got some other little pieces. Infamy markers. He's got it infamy markers and turn order markers. And then we have these, which are various markers that you put on your player board. And then we've got, I think this is replacement pieces. Yeah, Eagle Griffin are really good. What they do is they tend to give you just a bag with just a few extra components in, just in case you lose some. Right, I think that's it for the wooden components. There's also a big bag of these, which are leverage tokens. These are really nice. I don't know why there's 2 extra in that bag, but maybe that's the spare ones. So yeah, these are leverage tokens, and these are, I think these are wooden. Yeah, these are wooden. So Frank wants to see the wooden money. Okay, so the wooden money is an optional extra. This is not included in the game. This is a deluxe extra, but look at this. Comes in a nice little bag. Let's see what we've got in here. Let's move this out of the way. Well, the colours seem better when my hand is not on screen. Okay, so wooden money tokens. It is the same as we saw earlier on, but wooden. So we have the 1s, we have the 5s, we have the 10s, we have the 50s, we got the 100s, and we got the 300s. So yes, wooden money tokens for those people who want those, and they've got a nice feel to them. So yeah, there you go. There's the wooden money tokens. Right, since we're here, there are cards in this game. So not many compared to the amount of other components there are, but let's just have a quick look at some of the cards. And again, I won't be able to tell you really how any of these work, because I've not played the game or read the rulebook yet, but just going to show you from a graphic design point of view what some of these cards look like, and artwork as well. Just going to get out some random cards just so you can see what they look like. Okay, that's one pack of cards. Let's have a look in this other pack. to see what we've got in here. It's probably going to take me an hour to put this game away. But I like doing this. I like punching out games, sitting down in front of the TV. Yeah, so 1 and 2 player game. Yeah, looks like these cards are for a 1 and 2 player game. Okay, that's going to be out of focus, isn't it? Yeah, okay, so special cards with special abilities. Other special cards with other special abilities. Okay, so all sorts of different cards. Yeah, that's probably about it. There's lots. There's loads of components. Now, just before we go, a couple of things. The first thing is I'm going to go back to the player board and we're going to try and find out which bits slot into here. So here's the player board and I'm going to try and find out what slots into there because I think that's quite cool. So let me get the rule book and see what it says. So, player setup. Okay, so place an operations marker on the level. Oh, right, that's the operations marker. So this is the VIP room for operations. This is the party operations. This is the stills operations, and this is the fleet operations. Okay, and I'm just having a browse through the rulebook to see if I can easily find, just looking at the images, what goes where. And I'm not sure I'm going to be able to. Is this the cards? Is this the cards? Let me have a look. Let me have a look at the names of the cards. Yes. Okay, so the VIP room cards are these cards. So they are going to slot. Oh, look at that. That's nice. Yeah, you can see the people there. And now you can see the actual people and what it does. Okay, right. Really nice. The next one is the party operations. So let's have a look at the party cards. Are there party cards? Yes, there are party operations cards, which are the purple ones. So these are the party operations. So that will go in there like that. And the next one is stills, which is the orange ones. It's all color coded, so the orange ones slot in there. And then the last one is the fleet operations. Yeah, that's really nice. That's just a really nice touch. You can look out the window and see what's going on. Yeah, love that. That's really nice. Okay, very happy with that. Right, we're all done, pretty much. The last thing I wanted to mention is just what have I got planned for this game in terms of content. Well, Eagle Griffin have asked me to create one of my official how to play videos for the game. Now, as you will know, those how to play videos that I create are a huge amount of work. For a game that I don't know, you're probably looking at anywhere between 80 and 100 hours of work. My deadline for the video is January. So if you were hoping that by next week I'd have a how to play video for this game, afraid not. My schedule for the next few weeks is absolutely packed. Then I'm off to Essen. But when I get back from Essen, I'm going to be starting work on this. But I will be needing to learn it, practice playing it. I will probably play it 2 to 3 times before then writing the script. And that's just the start of the process. I will be probably filming this I will hopefully have most of it done before December. If I can get the video done before the end of the year, that will be great. But I was originally planning to do it in January. So I've got other things planned in December already. But we will see. If you are one of my Patreon supporters, you will have access to a playthrough video for this game, which will be when I'm learning it. Essentially, whenever I get some friends round and we decide that we're going to learn this game and how to play it, that will be live streamed for my Patreon supporters as a bonus playthrough. And if you think, well, why is Paul doing it for his Patreon supporters? Why is he not making it public? It's because it will be very, very rough. And if I'm going to be doing a proper video on the game at some point in future, then I don't really want a very rough video on the same game on my channel. So yeah, there will be some Patreon bonus content for this game, but not anytime soon. That will be coming at some point after Essen. But yes, there will be a public playthrough of the game either in December or January, and there will be an official how to play video coming from me as well. So yeah, most of the backers will get their copies in December in Europe. Yeah, I thought it was going to be January, which is why I'd penciled in January to work on the game. But we will see. I will get it done as soon as possible. I'm certainly not going to be, taking a break. It's just I've got a huge amount of other work already scheduled in for the rest of this year. So yeah, we'll see how we get on. Right, excellent. We are all done for today. Thank you very much to everybody for watching. This has not been a sponsored playthrough. It's not been a sponsored playthrough. It's not been a sponsored unboxing. So I've not been paid anything for doing today's video, obviously. And if you like the content that I create and you want to support me directly, you can do so at patreon.com/gaming rules. Until next time, take care. Thanks very much for watching. See you now. Bye.